Hey, welcome back to my channel. We just completed our product ad film and I'm so excited to show it to you guys. But before we begin, a quick disclaimer. I am not affiliated with this product nor is this video sponsored. So in the Philippines, the economy started to started to open. And what I noticed that small businesses started to open up left and right. So what I thought that when I started this channel or when I restarted this channel this year, I thought why not show these small business owners that they can produce their own product ad right from their home. You don't need a big staff or a big budget production to create a product ad for your social media like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. You can do all that in your home. And that's what I did. I made this video right here in my living room. So here's the video. What? That was produced right here in my living room? Yes, it was. I'm particularly proud of this video. This is like the best video that I have made as of today. But I do admit I could have done better, but I did not have the best light available, which is why this video is a little bit to the dark side or the dark mood. But it turned out well for me. I like it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Alright, now it's time to break down this video ad. But I do challenge you to pause this video and I want you to comment down below what you think parts of this video are not camera captured. Go ahead, I'll wait for you. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna break it down to you in detail in a short minute. So I wasn't able to capture enough behind the scene footage from this shoot because I was too focused on doing some test shots, setting up the lighting, the scene, the mood, and all that, and I completely forgot to turn on the camera that was right next to me during that time. I am not able to show you how exactly I did them, but I will try to explain them with the raw footage, unedited, on how each of those scenes came to what you just saw. Here are the key items or key elements that you need to consider when making a product ad. First one is to have a plan. You have to plan for what you're planning to shoot, how you want to sequence it, but doesn't mean that you have to stick to what you plan. You can obviously do some ad-libs in there, but it's important to have a plan so that you will have a general idea on your whole workflow process. Now the second one is proper lighting. You have to properly light your product. So as I mentioned earlier, I did a lot of test shots because I was testing out different angles for my lighting, what works, what doesn't work. So it's a whole different process of test shots before you actually shoot your product. Let me quickly explain what's going on here, what am I trying to accomplish, and then show you some sort of b-roll later on. But yeah, so right now at the scene, let me just go here. We have like our main light here that's beaming towards the bottle, and obviously we have some backlighting. I made it to a warm color so that it will have that golden kind of gradient background. And then what I have here on the cell phone is this is in order to glow the bottle contents, because if there's no light, the bottle is very dark. As you can see here in the camera, it gives off a little bit more texture to the shot, right? And then I have here a mobile light that gives additional, lifting the shadows from the left side here. I've only added this one. Again, like I mentioned before, I wanted to block off the light that's going to be hitting the background, because if I remove it, it's going to be like bursted out and I try to eliminate that by covering it up and softening it. And then the third thing is music selection. Obviously, you want to pick the right music that will elevate your video further. Now, where do I get my music? I am using Epidemic Sound because they have a large library, but YouTube has a big library as well, which doesn't require any subscription. So you can pick one that would what's the word? That would work, that would synergize with your product. Next one is sound design. Now, sound design are basically sound effects that you would add to your video to accentuate or elevate the specific scene. For example, on my video, you would see that there was a fire, there was like crackling sound when I was pouring in the brandy to the glass. That was also part of the sound design. That's not in camera mic sound, it was added there. The transition, if you notice that little brown that went past by and changed the scene, that was also some sort of sound effect that I added to make it feel like ooh, something passed by. You know what I'm saying? Next one is adding detail. So for this one, if you would notice two things here. When the scene where it was masked in and it was turning in front like so, I'm not sure if you noticed, but there was some lens leak effect that I've added there where it gives it that minor detail about it's to introduce that movement, because really it wasn't moving, it was just like spinning on a static place. But adding that lens flare feels like the camera is moving and something's passing by. And then on the fiery scene where you would see a little bit of burnt wood or crackling sounds, where you would see it's floating in the air. So that's also been added to give it that feel that it's on fire, it is hot, it is burning up. So that's what I wanted to portray on that particular scene. And that fire background and that fire detail on the side of the bottle, that was all from my iPad. So what I did there is basically I played a video on my iPad, placed it right behind the bottle, and just shot it there. And then the one on the side one is actually two different videos where I placed the iPad right across or right next to the bottle so that the reflection would see that particular fiery movement. So in my shot, you saw that movement, but you don't see the fire, right? So the second video was actually just a plain video to mask in and remove that iPad from the scene. Is post editing. Obviously you can't just shoot and then merge it together. It's not as simple as that. For me, I normally would shoot on a very flat profile picture so that I can further get more detail of the scene. And then on post, I would edit like adding color correction, color grading, and adding some sort of movement via scaling or precision movement in Premiere. As per usual, if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace!